How to build credit, the ultimate beginner's guide. Your credit history is a record of how you use credit, including the dates on which you applied, whether you were successful in repaying it, and the total amount you currently have available. You probably won't have much of a credit history if you just turned 18, are new to the UK, or simply haven't owned a credit account in the past 6 years. In this video I will show you how to build up credit, how it works, why it is important. Why is establishing a credit history important? One factor that lenders consider when deciding whether or not to lend you money is your credit history. They determine whether they want to lend to you now in part by considering how trustworthy you have been in the past when it comes to completing payments on time. This has a significant impact on your ability to achieve your life goals. For something you'd like to buy right away and for potential future purchases, it's crucial to have the correct credit card with a higher rate. When it comes to larger loans, like those for a car or even a mortgage for a house, lenders are more inclined to lend to you if they can tell that you can be counted on to make payments on time. How much time does it take to establish credit history? Although establishing credit won't happen quickly, if you follow the instructions later in this video, you may start to experience some positive effects with it sooner than you might expect. Before a credit score can be determined, you must have an active account for at least 3 to 6 months if you're just getting started with your own funds. As soon as you begin to establish your credit history, be sure to make all required payments on time so that the history you do create is one you can be proud of and that will make lenders more willing to extend you a loan. How do credit scores work? A credit score is a number that demonstrates to lenders how well you have managed to make your payments on time when you have borrowed money. When deciding whether to lend you money, lenders look at your score together with other data they have about you. Your credit score is determined by the way you've handled your finances in the past, according to credit reference organizations. Your credit history, which includes the kinds of accounts you've had, any late payments, and the total amount of debt you owe, is used to build your credit score. Is it detrimental to my credit score to have little or no credit history? Your credit score is a reflection of your creditworthiness. The lower it is, the more difficult it may be for lenders to accept you. Your credit score may suffer if you have little to no credit history. The problem is that most lenders prefer to see a solid history of responsible borrowing because it helps them assess your likelihood of timely repayment. Unfortunately, even if you've taken other measures to raise your rating, including signing up for the electoral roll, you're unlikely to obtain a high score without having utilized credit. It's important to note that some people may have poor scores as a result of errors on their credit record, such as missed payments. If this applies to you, there are strategies you can do to raise your score. Where can I find out about my credit history? Any of the 3 UK CRAs can be used to view your credit history, credit reference agencies. Based on the data they have access to, each CRA generates a unique credit report. This implies that depending on the data that each CRA has on you, your report may differ from one CRA to the next. How can I build up my credit history? There are many easy actions you can take to develop your credit profile and increase your chances of acquiring credit, regardless of whether you have no credit history, a bad credit history, or are migrating to the UK from abroad. It's crucial to understand that it could take up to 6 months before you start to reap the rewards of these measures. 1. Get on the electoral roll. Even if you live at home or in a shared apartment, it is quick and simple to register to vote. This information is essential to establishing your credit history since lenders need it to verify that your name and address are accurate and current. 2. Open a bank account. Having a bank account and keeping it in good standing demonstrates to businesses your responsibility with money and begins to improve your credit history. If you have an overdraft, attempt to pay it off as soon as you can while staying well below the limit. Using no more than 25% of it is a decent rule of thumb. 3. Get a credit card. The bank might also be ready to issue you a credit card to help you establish credit if you've opened a bank account and are taking good care of it. Each month, paying it off on time and in full will assist establish a good credit history and raise your score. 4. Obtain a little amount of credit. This could be a monthly subscription or a contract for a mobile phone. Compared to credit cards, they're typically easier to get approved for, but you may still use them to show that you can manage your money and make on-time payments on your bills. 5. Handle your household expenditures. Maintaining your utility accounts, such as water, gas, and electricity, will help you establish credit history and demonstrate your responsibility to lenders. If you pay your rent on time and in full, even that will help your credit score. It demonstrates your maturity and ability to make on-time payments. Overall, building a credit history and having a good credit are massive steps for every adult wanting to improve their personal finance and get more opportunities when it comes to employers, landlords, etc. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you get notified when I next upload videos to help you with your finance. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.